everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having a great week. Now with regards, you can probably already see from the title, today we are going to be talking about beauty creations. And you guys, this is probably a collection that I have been wanting to try for so long, but because of the pandemic and in terms like of postal issues, I've always kind of been like a little bit, oh gosh, should I order or is my order gonna get like stuck in the post? But I finally decided to make that plunge and go and invest in a couple of products, because as you guys probably already know, I do a lot of these bright and vibrant looks. So yeah, we're gonna get down to it, try a couple of their products, and I'm gonna give you guys my first impressions. I have never ever tried any of their products before, so this is completely new to me, to the channel. So if you all would like to see how this look was created and more, and my thoughts on the products, then do stay tuned. But of course, before we go into this video, if you guys haven't subscribed to the family, then please do. We do uploads every week, and if you would like to stay notified as well, click on that notification bell so you can see when I upload too. So with all that being said, you guys, let's jump into this video and let's get to creating. So I've already done my base because today's focus is going to be all about the eyes. We're going to be creating something fun with a couple of products from Beauty Creations. I've heard about the brand like on and off online, but when they came out with their liners and when they came out with their pigments, I was very intrigued because, as most of you guys know, I always used to go and use like P. Louise bases or, you know, the MAC paint pots. Like those are the kind of products that I was going in between when it came to creating looks. But this one had a whole array, and the price point was just so incredibly affordable that I just couldn't pass up. I had to try it, and I invested in a whole bunch. Hence as to why we're going to be doing the first impressions, and I'm going to be showing you guys what I create with this. Now, just to show you guys what I got from Beauty Creations, I will list out their description and price point all down below for you guys to see, so I have a more accurate way of showing it to you guys instead of just saying it and maybe, I don't know, you guys might miss it. But I'll list everything in like a description box down here below so you guys can like have it for reference. So first up, I got these little paint pots. It comes in a set of 12. You get 12 different colors, and you can purchase this either singles, or you can purchase it in a set, or you can have it like this in a bundle as well. And we also have their liners, and from what I've seen online, like the colors are pretty much a very similar match. So if you guys are looking for like something that can like match in terms of like the eyeliner and then the paint pots or the pigments, you also have that option. And then you also have their liquid liners. This one comes in a set of 6. This was their initial launch, and then the most recent one was their pastel liners, which was this one. This one comes in a set of 9. So this was their latest release. This one is more or less like their previous release. So this was the initial one, and then this is their latest one. And this one is probably the one that I was most excited about. This was their color-based primer. This one comes in a bundle of 12 as well, but they also have it in sets. So let's just say if you want white, you can always opt for the primer, and then one gel liner, and then one paint pot, all in white. So you can also have those options too. And I also did pick up something additional because the brand was actually having a sale when I made this purchase. So I picked up 3 of their palettes. So this one is in Elsa, and then you have Anna, the whole Frozen series thing, and then this one is Alicia. So as you guys can see, like packaging wise, this is so incredibly nice. But if you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw in my stories, I did take a peek inside and like show you guys how the color array was. For this particular look, since I'm wearing blue, I'm going to be creating something blue with this because I was flicking through my channel and I realized I haven't really done much blue on it. I've done a lot of blue on Instagram, but not so much on YouTube, so I kind of wanted to even that out. And the only thing about this, maybe because it's the size, this palette did not come with a mirror, but the color array inside is absolutely gorgeous. And I kind of fell for this kind of color story because you can create like a warm tone look over here, and you can create something bright and beautiful over here. So I'm going to be mixing the two, maybe do like a brown blue kind of look since the palette is blue. But yeah, we're going to be creating something with that and then with all of these. But I don't want to make this video too long for you guys, so I'm going to create one side of the look off camera and then we're going to recreate it together on this side, so you guys can get a more clearer reference of what I'm putting on the eyes to create the final look. So I'm going to do this eye off camera and I'll be right back. So the first thing that I took was the Beauty Creations Dare to Be Bright Color Base Primer. This is the one in whiteout and this is going to be used as the base for the eye. So the one thing that I noticed using this in terms of consistency, I really like how pigmented it is. See, I just took like literally just one dab and then just put it on my brush and blended it out, and pigmentation is really strong with this one. Now I've used P. Louise for a long while, you guys, and this one is very similar in terms of the texture, in terms of the blendability of it, so it's really nice, and I'm loving how the pigmentation is actually quite strong. So I don't think there's any downside to this because, as you guys can see, it blends out beautifully and yeah, it does what it's supposed to do. Now I did notice something that was preferable to me with regards to Beauty Creations if I had to compare it to P. Louise. Now P. Louise mixture does have a slight mixture in with oil, so if you don't shake it properly, when it comes out with the oil base first and then only the pigment, so I always had to mix it at the back of my hand. But with this one, it came out pure, like just a pure color, so I didn't have to do any mixture. I would just take it at the back of my brush and just blend it into the eye, which honestly for me shaved off quite a bit of time, so I actually really liked that about Beauty Creations. It's honestly such a small thing, but to me it made like quite a difference, so I was very appreciative of that. All in all, as you guys can see, the pigment for this one is extremely strong and I really like it. So now that I have my primer down, I'm going to be dipping into 3 neutral shadows, which is this one, and this one. So I'm going to be creating like the outer liner for my, as you guys can see, like the crease. So I'm just going to quickly do that and then we'll go back in with another color. So in terms of the palette, as you guys can see, there is a little bit of fallout, but since I did put like a setting powder to catch the fallout, I'm just going to quickly swipe that away so it doesn't ruin the makeup underneath. Now in terms to the kickback in the palette, honestly there wasn't too much, but maybe some of the stronger colors, like the darker ones that I took, there was a little bit more fallout than what I expected. But other than that, like the blendability and the pigmentation of the shadows, they are pretty alright. So I'm actually really liking this, like you can see. So now we're going to be moving on to that beautiful blue shade that I have over here. So let's get on to it. So this one I'm going to be using the color-based primer, and this one is called Blew My Mind. I'm really liking the names here. And I'm just going to map out where I want my blue shadows to go. Do you guys see how pigmented this is? And I honestly didn't take much. It was just a little bit, and I'm just spreading it across the eye like that. So for the colors in the palette that I'm going to be using this beautiful turquoise shade for that inner corner, and then for the outer corner I'm going to be blending that in with this shade. So now I'm going to be going in with a little bit of purple to kind of fade that top and that bottom. So for this one I'm going to be going in with this shade in the palette. So I'm going to be using this angled tip brush by Real Techniques, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to very gently blend that top into where I had placed the blue on my crease, just to create that very natural fade. Now I'm going to be going in with this gel pencil for the lower lash line, and then I'm going to blend it together with this purple shade as well. So these are going to be the ones that I'm using. So the shades are in Denim and Plum. Now I can say this with absolute certainty, you guys, the gel liners are amazing and they are so pigmented. They blend out really nicely, as you guys can see. Like, it's not that typical harsh gel liner where you place the color and then suddenly like the texture is a little bit too soft and then it breaks off and the line is not as smooth as you would want it. I did not have any issue with this. I am so incredibly happy with how this is turning out. So I'm quickly going to layer on some shadows on the lower lash line, and then we're going to move on to the liquid liners. So now that we're nearly done, I'm going to be going in with the liquid eyeliner. This one is from the Pastel collection and it's in the shade Yellow Fluff. So I had to do a little bit of like a whole concentration camp on the eyeliner, but as you guys can see, this is really pigmented and I'm really liking how the color turned out. And I really like how this is not streaky as well, because a lot of the times with the applicator for liquid eyeliners, they tend to be a little bit more stiff. So when you drag the eyeliner, it tends to be a little bit of a streak. The color is not as smooth as you would want it. But with this one, I did not have any issue at all. I just probably had to do a double layer on it because I wanted the color to really show. To be honest, one layer was fine, but maybe because I'm layering it over the blue, I wanted it to be a little bit more striking. So it turned out exactly the way I wanted it. So I'm really happy with this one. This is fantastic. So okay, you guys, I'm going to quickly do my eyeliner and my lashes off camera, but just to let you guys know what I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using this gel pot by Beauty Creations to create that swift line over here. But I realized with this, the reason why I'm going to be doing this off camera is because I need a lot of concentration on it. So I'm quickly going to do that, then talk to you guys about what I think about this little beauty, and then I'll be right back. So okay, you guys, this is the completed look. I also added the lipstick as well, but first let's talk about this gel pot because the color went on really nicely and the pigmentation, as you guys can see, is really strong as well. So out of everything that I've tried from Beauty Creations, I have to say this entire collection really impressed me. As you guys can see, from the primers to the gel eyeliner to the liquid eyeliner to basically every single thing in this collection, inclusive of the eyeshadows, I have to say I'm very, very pleased with what I had purchased, and I think that everything in this is just so worth it. And in terms of the affordability as well, I have to say that this collection is definitely worth your money if you guys are looking to do artistic looks, or you guys are looking to do something like this, very colorful, very bright. This is definitely a collection that I would highly recommend to go for. The star product for me that really impressed me to no end was definitely 100% the primer as well as the gel eyeliner. I love these two the most, like when it comes to the formula, the consistency and everything. So on overall, I have to say this collection is an A+ in my book. 100% would recommend, and yeah, I just really like it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little try on and makeup tutorial with me, and if you all would like to see something similar to this later on in the future, please do let me know. You can leave it down in the comment section below as well. And of course, if you have any questions to ask me on the collection as well, you can also leave them in the comment section below too. So basically that sums it up for this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.